Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, try do it seriously. 1, 2.
Okay. What's that? Hey, all you cool cats. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
It's the sorry.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
It's the Be About Sisters.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
It's the Be About Sisters here.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We're just gonna jump right into it.
I'm going to be using shade Dark.
And I'm gonna use shade Ultra Dark.
We just really want to show you the difference between the two because we get a lot of questions, people asking.
Before we even put our tan on, we both had a shower. We scrubbed off any excess tan that we had on us so that we're starting from a clean slate.
A really important thing to do as well is when you're finished your shower is to put it on really cold and get under for like 15-20 seconds. I know it's horrible.
I actually like it.
Yeah.
It's like refreshing. It also makes your hair really shiny.
Yeah, so what it does is it closes your pores, so that'll help stop tan from getting in your pores.
And then when you get out of the shower, don't put any deodorant on, don't put any moisturizer on, just leave your skin nice and clean, nothing on it, so then the tan can properly adhere to your skin.
Is that here the right word?
Adhere, yeah. Mom told me.
What you can do is you can put moisturizer on the parts of your body that are extremely dry. So for example, your ankles, elbows, knees. Quite these toes. I use the E45 lotion. I love this one. I have extremely sensitive skin.
I love that one as well. And the one I like is Nivea. It just says soft on it. I absolutely adore this, and oh my god, smell that. It smells like summer. Yeah, it smells like a holiday. We're gonna start by putting on a moisturizer on our dry areas.
My knees are extremely dry, so I'm gonna put them on my knees. Oops. And on my ankles.
Yeah, I put it on all of my foot. I put it on my whole foot, so because the skin's quite dry on it. Ew.
Yeah. And then a little bit more for our elbows.
And then your hands. I was just doing my hair and I burnt my neck, if you're wondering what that is.
Turned up out of control. Do I moisturize anywhere else?
Pardon?
Do I moisturize anywhere else? No.
Oh, I said do I moisturize my ass? If you have dry skin anywhere else, like say you have a dry patch here or wherever it is, you put moisturizer on that.
Oh mama. A bit more.
You probably see my tapes, but oh my god, they need to be redone so much. They're about a month overdue, but obviously I can't get to a hairdresser's.
Okay, now we're ready. So the arm. Kind of avoiding my elbow as well actually, because I only put like the remnants over my elbow. Same with my hands, so like that's all kind of like rubbed in, so like now I'm going into my hands, making sure that you get all the like little indents and whatever.
And I do my hands last, so me and Amy we don't do it the same way. So we'll show you both ways. I leave my hands and my face till last, and my feet. The very top of the mitt where there's no tan, I just get my wrist and just start to flick it down. So there's not really any tan on it.
Flick it over.
It's hard to do it without seeing.
I know. Like we have the camera in front of us, but we can't actually see what we're doing. I actually want to make ssure that my upper arm is tanned enough, so I'm going to do a bit more up there.
Ultra dark and dark, that's one layer of each. We're going to answer some questions. Look at that. I'm going to blend that in a second anyway. We asked you for some tan questions on our Instagram. We'll link it in the description box. Be About Beauty. But can you put the tan on straight after shaving? No, we wouldn't recommend doing that. We would always recommend putting your tan on, and then when you're washing off the next morning, then you shave, because when you shave you open up pores on your skin. So if you open up them pores and then put tan on, the tan will go into your pores. So I'm going to start putting it on my chest. This is going to be hard. I can't see what I'm doing.
How to stop tan on hands going patchy. That's moisturising.
Yeah.
Moisturising is essential. How long does it last? Our tan can last up to 1 week, but like we said, you have to make sure that you're constantly moisturising and looking after your skin.
You have to take care of it basically. I always put it on my chest, and then my second layer I put on with a makeup brush, because I feel like a makeup brush like it buffs it into your skin, makes it stick to your skin more basically.
So I'm going to keep going with my upper half, because I always do my body in half. So if I'm putting like 2 or 3 layers on, I'll always do one half first and then the other half, if you get me.
And I do full body and then full body. And I'm going to go in on my belly. This is getting all over my clothes. Normally I do this naked like, but can't do that for you. The key key to keeping it really dark is to let your tan dry. It has to dry before you put on your clothes, because if you put on your clothes and it's still kind of wet, the tan starts to stick to the material instead of your clothes.
But luckily our tan actually dries quite quick. Okay, I'm gonna do my chest again. I'm gonna do my stomach now, which is actually my favorite part of tanning because I just think it makes you feel so much better. I always feel like more confident when I'm tanned.
I'm moving on to my legs. We put the moisturizer on our knees, so it shouldn't stick too much to there. It should just be a nice even kind of colour all through your leg.
I'll do one first to show you the difference.
The thing about our tan is it has hyaluronic acid in it, and it also has seaweed extracts, which are extremely nourishing and hydrating to the skin. It's really dark, but it's still hydrating. That's what makes it so different to any other tan. Our tan has an olive undertone in it, so when you put it on, like, even though you are really dark, you're still brown, you're not orange. So even if you're like really pale, the tan will go brown and you will never go orange.
You can see the difference. That's no tan at all. That's one layer of the dark tan.
Okay, so I'm just getting up here to show you the difference. This is obviously the before. This is the after.
I'm going to ask, would your tan be suitable for people with dry skin? So like we said, it has seaweed extracts and hyaluronic acid in it, which is so good for moisturising the skin. I have dry skin and the tan works so nice on my skin as well.
This tan took us 2 years to develop. We were so picky with basically every single thing about it. We went through a well of a time trying to get it right.
Very stressful.
Worth it. It was so worth it, because it's actually, we do say so ourselves, the best tan ever. You can see that, like, it's, even though it's so dark, it's so easy to blend. It just melts into your skin, and then it doesn't like stay wet for really long, so it doesn't move around your skin. Once you buff it into wherever you're buffing it, it stays then. And oh my god, the smell, like
smells unreal.
The smell is like top notch. What it smells like, in case anybody's wondering, is, oh, do I have mine up here? No, it's downstairs. A Tom Ford perfume. It smells like velvet orchids.
I'm also just putting the remnants of my tan on my feet, so I haven't done another squirt or anything. Also, your mitt is so important when you're put on tan, that you're using a good one.
I don't know which mitt this is.
It says no label on either. But I love this one. I've had it for so long. You can easily wash it in the sink as well. That's me done. And I'm just going to put it on my face now. I'll show you how I do that. I put on the dark tan on my face. I'm using Fleet Cosmetics brush. I love this brush for putting on tan because it's nice and big, and it gets into like all the small places. I'm going to do one pump first. Actually, it's like half a pump. I'm just going to like put it in all over. Make sure you get everywhere. I'm blending out that line as well that I did on my neck. And obviously I'm just going to do one layer. Oh, I just want my face to kind of have like a nice glow. And it's so important as well to do your ears, because they need to match your face. Otherwise they'll look weird. And right into the hairline as well.
To make my chest like really dark, I put some on my mitt. I use a makeup brush because this really buffs it into the skin and makes it really dark. Makes it stick really well. And then you just start to put it onto your chest, and this will like, this is a game changer. It completely like changes your tan and makes it really dark and stick really well. It's hard to do without a mirror though.
We'll do another question. There's one here: tips for getting tan to stick and develop on her shins. That kind of just depends on your skin. Like if you find there's an area that doesn't take tan as well, you can double up. And to be really conscious as well not to put clothes on straight away, to let it dry.
Yeah, so important.
So someone else said how to wash off your tan without getting streaks on my legs. I always get them.
Make sure that you're washing all the guide colour off, because if you only wash a bit of it off, it will be streaky. You have to make sure it's all completely come off, so then you can see your tan underneath.
The easiest way to make sure you've done this is to wait until the water runs clear.
I'm onto my hands now. I leave my hands and my feet till last because I want them to be really light. So I'm not going to put any more tan on my mitt. I think I have enough. And I put on the moisturizer again. I know I put on at the start, but I put it on just before I'm doing it as well, so that acts as a barrier so that it doesn't sink right into your skin. I start with the this bit here. So I start to blend that, and as you can see, I'm like feathering it, so I'm going like this because I don't want them really dark. And then I move into the fingers. I wrap the glove around either side, each finger, and then I make my finger like a clasp. That gets right into here. If your hand is straight up like this, when you go like that, you'll see all white lines, and then just run it really lightly over.
So important to get all those small bits.
Yeah, and I'm just going in between my fingers as well. So you can see that's my hand now. So it's not too light, not too dark.
Another question here actually, which is a good one. It says she's dying to get the ultra dark. She's worried as she's so pale it might not wear off as well. So she's thinking maybe she's got the dark.
We always recommend you go with whatever colour you normally would get in a tan. We always recommend that you go with the same colour.
How it wears off as well is how you look after it.
Yeah, that's so
like that's
important.
the main thing.
Because it's such a moisturizing. Because it's such a moisturizing tan, yeah. It wears off really nice on your skin. So when it starts, sometimes when you wear a tan, it starts to like crack and go weird. That's because your skin's so dry that it's starting to clench up, and that's why the tan is starting to crack all in different places. But our tan is nice and hydrating, so it won't actually do that once you obviously take care of it.
Another question says, what's it like with chlorine in swimming pools?
So we've actually worn this on, how many times we've worn holidays? Yeah, a good few. Kind of wear it at the start and then let it come off as we would naturally tan, and it's like perfect.
Yeah, like with the chlorine, it might strip the tan off a bit faster than usual.
Yeah, it might come off a bit quicker, but it won't go patchy or anything like that. It will just fade a bit quicker because you're in and out of water.
Another one, how do you remove your tan? Generally I let it fade naturally. I wait until it's kind of all gone, and then if I want to put another layer I will. But if I'm ever in a rush or I need my tan to be gone, I like the Bondi Sands tan eraser.
Yeah, so do I.
I feel like it's really good.
So I tan once a week, every week. So all week when I'm having showers, I never use like an exfoliating glove or anything. I just gently wash my skin with shower gel, but I never scrub it. And then when it gets to like Thursday or whatever day you need the tan off for, then I go in with a tan eraser, or sometimes I just go in with an exfoliating glove and just take off the tan, and it should just melt off your skin. It's really important to take all your tan off before you start a new layer. If you have a layer of tan on your skin or like bits, the tan can't stick to your skin properly, so it's like a barrier that blocks it from sticking. So that's why it's really important to get all the tan off before you reapply another layer.
And another question, which reminds me of my friends, is how many days do you wait to put on another layer of tan? So if you want to layer up, yeah, like you just saw, me and Blana did our second layer straight away.
You just have to make sure the first layer is dry before you go in, but it dries really quick. So I'm going to go in now and do my face. I put the tan on my mitt, and then I use the same brush that I was using for my chest, and then I just start to swirl it onto my face. I put it on like I would foundation, so just swirling and make sure you blend it here where it goes onto your neck. If you only like a light tan, then you can just do a tiny bit. I obviously like mine quite dark, so I put a lot on, and it does look scary at first but don't worry, just trust the process. You literally just keep buffing it into your skin until you're happy with how smooth it is. We're all finished now.
Blonde has 2 layers of the ultra dark and I have 2 layers of the dark. A lot of people ask us what's the difference between the dark and the ultra dark. Well, this is it. We obviously have the same natural skin tone. This is what it looks like on. We have to leave it now for 8 hours and then wash it off. Our tan is also made in Ireland. That was something that was really important to us when we were making it, even though all the odds were going against us with that. But we got it there in the end, and we're so happy. I'm standing on my tippy toes, so we're the same height. And I'm like kneeling down. Trying to get in frame as well.
We would normally, as you said, put this on before bed. Obviously it's daytime now, but normally before bed, because it has to stay on for the 8 hours, so you're better off just sleeping, and then at least you know when you wake up you'll be nice and bronzed.
And then when you have your shower in the morning, you're like, oh my god, it's a new
day. We will be back tomorrow when it's all developed and we've washed it off to show you guys what the colour is like then. We have 3 shades with our tan: medium, dark, ultra dark.
We wanted to have 3 shades just so there's a variety of choice for people, because we know that some people like to have like a natural glow, which is like our medium. Some people like to be
bronze and some people like to be extra bronze.
Can you tell we like pink and rose gold?
Our boxes are actually made in Ireland as well.
Then you have on the side what seaweed extracts do for your skin, as well as hyaluronic acid.
Then you have a little bit here, and that's just like tips and tricks on how to get the best out of your tan. And then we have a little maintenance section on how to maintain the perfect kind of glow. And then you can see here the made in Ireland. See the top is also like that. Oh, I just love our
We love the little details.
It's the next morning now and we've both washed off our tans. This is the colour that we'll be left with now for a week. Aoibh is dark and I'm ultra dark.
I'll just jump in here now. When we were showering off the excess tan, the water is going to look brown. But that's your excess tan just washing away.
Yeah, so it's just the guide colour that's coming off. Your actual tan isn't.
So you'll notice that like before your shower and after your shower, you'll actually pretty much be the same kind of colour.
Do that again. Shut up!
What you want to do when you're in the shower is wash your excess tan off and just keep washing it until the water runs clear.
You're going to say the chlorine?
I was going to say chloriter.
Chloriter?
Yeah, water. Colour. Until your water runs clear, and that's when you know you've washed all the excess off.
I use a really soft sponge like under my armpits and like, you know, anywhere you need a wash. That's it though. And then the rest of my body, I'll just get shower gel on my hands and I'll just rub it into my skin.
And then when you're out of the shower,
moisturize. So important, like can't stress it enough.
This is gonna go jinx.
It's probably the most important thing about wearing tan.
Yeah.
Except for the actual tan. Every time you have a shower while you have the tan on, you need to moisturise after, because when you get in the shower you're stripping your skin of your natural oils. So you need to put on your moisturiser to not let any more moisture go out of your skin.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. After, don't let me forget. Ding. If you have dry skin like me, I have to moisturise a lot more than, for example, Blá would.
Yeah.
Staring at me. I try to moisturise in the morning and before I go to bed. I don't always do that, but when I'm wearing tan I try to. Oops. Oops.
But you can see it on me and Aoibh's face right now. We don't have anything else on. It's just the tan. Our tan is actually for face and body. I was the guinea pig for the face for like spots, and then Aoibh was the guinea pig for sensitivity. Sensitiveness.
Sensitivity.
I
have very sensitive skin.
Yeah, like one time in France, Aoibh put on what was it, like a moisturiser on your skin?
Yeah, basically it's a really well-known brand that's for sensitive skin.
It was for sensitive skin?
Yeah. And I put it on my face and I woke up the next day and I couldn't open my eyes. My face had swelled so much.
And it was like,
I was like crying.
My face. Ever seen Bear Grylls when he gets stung by a bee? Like that's what she looked like. It was so funny.
I haven't seen that.
What? Okay, hold on, I'll just get a look real quick. Right, don't look and I'll just give you a surprise.
Okay. I was like crying. My mom had to like rush me to the nearest pharmacy to try to get antihistamines. Oh.
That's what she looked like.
I swear to God, it was actually worse.
So yeah, I was the test for spots because I actually used to have acne. If I use something on my skin that my skin doesn't like, I'll just get spots like straight away. Like, again, one of the reasons it took so long because we wanted to make sure that it was perfect for everywhere, not just your body. Like we want to be able to use it on your face as well. It doesn't clog your pores, it won't give you spots, and the fact that our tan has seaweed extracts in it and hyaluronic acid, it's actually good for your skin.
Its benefits are amazing.
Yeah, so like hyaluronic acid and seaweed extracts are extremely nourishing and hydrating to your skin.
We're gonna answer a few more questions.
My one, well, it's not my question, but someone's question is, what foundation will match ultra dark and dark?
I'm wearing dark now, obviously. I would always use NC42
from MAC.
I use the Studio Sculpt, which just works so nice on my skin. And then if I was wearing ultra dark, I would actually still use that foundation, but I would darken it up with bronzer and contour from our Contour palette.
The medium palette, isn't it?
Yeah, I would always use the medium.
And then I'm the same, so I wear MAC as well. At the moment I'm wearing a foundation called Water Weight from MAC. It's really light coverage, but it's just gorgeous on. But my shade as well is NC42. But I bronze that up quite a lot with our contoured palette in medium. The bronzer in our contoured palette was made to make you look really, really tanned, so it matches in with the colour of our tan. But you can put that all over your face. And you won't go orange, you will go brown.
Another question is, can you use your tan with eczema? We would say yes, because our tan is so good for the skin. If you're unsure though, we would always recommend people to patch test first. But we've had a lot of customers get on to us saying that they have eczema
and psoriasis,
and that the tan has worked wonders with them.
If you do have like a bit of a dry patch, put moisturizer over that dry patch before you put the tan on.
So we're just going to answer one more question, which is your tan tested on animals? No, it's not. Our tan is cruelty free and not tested on any animals. It's made in Ireland.
It's just like our makeup products. Nothing is tested on animals.
So we decided that we wanted to donate 10% of all orders placed during this lockdown to 2 amazing charities.
Very deserving charities at this time.
Alone and Aware. And we'll link them below so you can go check them out. If you do order off Blá Aoibh Beauty, 10% of that order will go
all orders will be going to them. And we're also giving 10% off, so you get 10% off and the charities get 10%.
So it's kind of a win-win for everyone. Yeah. But if you want to read more about all of this, we have it on our website and our Instagram, so you can go check it out there.
And we just wanted to thank everyone that has ordered so far. Like, we can't tell you how much we appreciate it, like especially in times like this.
When it's uncertain times, like, it's so hard.
You know when they say when you order off a small business, they do a happy dance? Well, that's us. We will link the tan and the contoured palette, both products that we were talking about, in the description box. We'll also link our websites, our Instagrams. We'll link everything.
Yeah. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below as well. Let us know if you want to see any other videos in particular, because now is the time that we have to get loads of films footage done. Thank you so much for watching,
and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye.